Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to bring you some more of our 1977 retro replay using Action PC Baseball. And in this replay we play as the New York Metropolitans. Great game that we recorded live stream earlier today. If you'd like, check that out later or now. But now we're going to bring you the Boston Red Sox, the other team I play as in this retro replay. In 1977, the Red Sox will face the Kansas City Royals in a clash of first-place teams. The Royals are in first in the American League West with a 27-13 record, while the Boston Red Sox are first place in the American League East with a 32-8 record, a possible playoff matchup for the American League pennant in this retro replay. Quickly, I'll just read you some standings on the American League. Boston in first has a 6.5 game lead over the New York Yankees, who have lost already today. They're 27-16. Kansas City has a 4-game lead over Minnesota. And Minnesota with a 24-18 record. The Yankees 27-16. In the National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates have a half-game lead over the Philadelphia Phillies. Pittsburgh's 24-15. The Philadelphia Phillies 24-16. The Mets are in third, 3 games back, 22-19 in the National League West. Houston 30-13 with a 4-game lead over Cincinnati. We're 25-16. The Dodgers 6.5 back. Let's get to our ball game here. Let's go to the lineups. George Brett will be leading off for the Kansas City Royals, playing third base, followed by the designated hitter Hal McRae. Batting third is Amos Otis, the center fielder. The cleanup hitter Dave Collins, the right fielder. Mayberry batting fifth, playing first base, and Darrell Porter doing the catching, batting sixth. Rojas is at second, and he is batting seventh. Poquette is in left, batting eighth, and batting ninth, the little general, playing shortstop Freddie Patek. For the Boston Red Sox of 1977, the Power Company, as I like to call them. Rick Burleson leading off, playing short. Bernie Carbo, who leads the league in OBS, batting second, playing right field. Batting third, the designated hitter Jim Rice. Batting fourth, Captain Carl Yastrzemski in left field. Batting fifth, Pudge Carlton Fisk, the catcher. Batting sixth, Freddie Lynn in center field. Batting seventh, Butch Hobson, he's at third base. Batting eighth, Denny Doyle at second. Batting ninth, the Boomer, and he is playing first. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox in this big matchup, Mike Paxton. Paxton in this retro replay has thrown 6 2/3 innings. No record. His ERA is 4.05. He has walked 3, struck out 4. In actuality, in 1977, Paxton went 10-5 with a 3.83 earned run average. He'll be facing George Brett. Brett batting .303 in the retro replay. 6 homers, 28 RBI, 7 out of 10 bunter, but I don't think Brett will be bunting. We'll keep our infield normal and outfield. Paxton picks up the sign from Fisk. Fisk's behind the plate, an excellent defensive catcher. Hobson average at third, can commit a lot of errors though. Burleson 8 out of 10 at short. Doyle average at second, 5 out of 10. And Scott outstanding at first, 10 out of 10. Yastrzemski 10 out of 10 defensive range, 8 out of 10 arm and left. Freddie Lynn 8 out of 10 range, 5 out of 10 arm. And Bernie Carbo, another solid fielder in right, 8 out of 10 defensive range, 9 out of 10 arm. Here's the pitch to Brett, and the ball game is on its way. Ground ball, Burleson backhands it deep in the hole, fires to Scott, and they get George Brett by a mile. 1 down. Fenway fans applaud that tremendous effort by the Rooster at short. Here comes Hal McRae, the designated hitter for Kansas City. 267, 5 home runs, 31 RBIs in the replay. A righty-righty matchup. Fisk sets a target. Paxton deals. McRae grounds the ball foul down the line past Hobson at third. Counts no balls, 2 strikes. Paxton picks up the sign from Fisk. The windup and the pitch to Hal McRae. And he strikes him out. 2 up, 2 down. Red Sox throw the ball around the infield. Here comes Amos Otis, the Royals center fielder, batting .274, 8 home runs, 31 ribbies. Paxton nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Otis. And that's going to be into right center field for a 2-out single. So Otis keeps the inning alive, and here comes Dave Collins, who has a hit streak. Collins, right fielder, batting .355, 7 home runs and 25 ribbies. Right-handed batter. Scott holding Collins on. I'm sorry, holding Amos Otis on. Otis, excellent base runner, 8 out of 10 speed, base running ability, 77% chance of stealing second. Paxton throws over, Otis is back. And Paxton takes a look. Now he deals to Collins, 2 outs. Ground ball to Hobson, Hobson has it, fires a strike to Scott, side retired. Go to the bottom of the first, no score here at Fenway. Battle between first place teams. First place Boston Red Sox, American League East, and the first place Kansas City Royals, American League West. Due up for the Red Sox, the Rooster, Rick Burleson, then Bernie Carbo, and Jim Rice. Burleson is batting .318 with a home run and 11 ribbies. On the mound for Kansas City is Dennis Leonard, and he is 4-4 in the replay with a 2.63 earned run average. He has struck out 52, walked 19. In actuality, Leonard was a 20-game winner. He was 20-12 with a 3.04 earned run average. Behind the plate, a very good defensive catcher, Darrell Porter. 6 out of 10 arm, 7 out of 10 defense. Brett, average at third, 5 out of 10. Patek, 8 out of 10 at short. That's very good. Rojas, below average, 3 out of 10 at second. And Mayberry, 7 out of 10 at first. Poquette is in left, 5 out of 10 defensive range and a horrible arm, 2 out of 10. Otis, solid in center, 7 out of 10 range and arm. And Collins, outstanding in right, 10 out of 10 range, 9 out of 10 arm. Leonard throws strikes. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. Burleson sends that ball to right field. Collins moves to his left and makes the catch. 1 away. And here comes Bernie Carbo. Carbo having an outstanding start to his season. .364, 9 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Leonard picks up the sign from Porter. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Carbo. And Carbo works a walk. That's his on-base percentage is absolutely outstanding. Mayberry holding Carbo on. 4 out of 10 running ability. Here comes Jim Rice. Rice batting .318 with 11 home runs and 33 ribbies. 1 out, 1 on. The windup and the pitch by Leonard. Rice swings and he sends that ball up and off the wall. Carbo hits third base and will score. Rice is heading into third. He slides in safely with a triple as that ball bounced around in the quarter. Paquette had a little trouble getting to it. That's a rare triple to left there. 1-0 Red Sox. So with 1 out, Rice 90 feet away from putting another run on the board for the Boston Red Sox. Captain Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. Yaz batting .356, 11 home runs and 43 runs batted in 10 years after Yastrzemski would win the Triple Crown in the '67 Impossible Dream Team season. Leonard deals to Yastrzemski. And Yaz grounds out up the middle. Rojas backhands it. Rice breaks for home plate. Rojas takes a peek and throws to first. Rice scores on the fielder's choice, and it is 2-0 Red Sox. Yastrzemski will be credited with an RBI. So 2 outs, base is empty for Carlton Fisk. Fisk batting .306, 9 home runs, 35 ribbies. Leonard kicks and fires. Fisk swings, ground ball to the little General Patek. He fires to Mayberry, side retired, but the Red Sox score twice. We go to the top of the second, 2-0 Boston. 2 up for the Kansas City Royals, Mayberry, Porter, and Rojas to face Paxton. Big John Mayberry. Struggling so far, .228, but he does have 7 home runs and 19 ribbies. Left-handed power bat. Fisk wiggles the fingers, Paxton nods his head, and now he kicks and fires to Mayberry, and he strikes him out. Strikeout number 2 for Paxton, 1 down. Here comes Darrell Porter, Kansas City catcher, left-handed batter. Porter, in the retro replay, .290, 5 home runs and 17 ribbies. He awaits the Paxton offering. Here comes the pitch, and Porter works a walk. Doesn't bite. That was high. So he walks on the 3-2 count, 1 out. Scott holding Porter on at first. Porter 4 out of 10 base running ability. Here comes Cookie Rojas. Cookie batting .346, no home runs, 3 ribbies in 52 at-bats. Excellent hit and run candidate, 7 out of 10. Paxton throws the first, and Porter is back safely. Paxton again takes a peek. Scott holding Porter on. Now he deals to Rojas. Rojas swings, sends that ball to center field. Freddie Lynn coming in, and he makes the catch, quickly going back to first base is Porter. 2 down now. Porter will be off on contact, and here comes Tom Poquette. Poquette batting .327 with a home run and 10 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Again, Paxton takes a peek at Rojas at first. Picks up the sign from Fisk. He sets in, deals to Poquette. Poquette grounds it to Hobson. Hobson comes charging in. Quick release. And that's going to be a bang-bang play at first. Did they get Poquette? Yes, they did. What a stretch by the Boomer. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Red Sox. 2 up for Boston. Lynn, Hobson, and Doyle to face Dennis Leonard. Leonard gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Freddie Lynn, 1975, won Rookie of the Year and MVP. The Red Sox would go on to lose a Classic World Series in 7 to the Cincinnati Reds that year. Though they did stop the Oakland A dynasty. Lynn batting .229, 2 home runs, 10 ribbies. He has struggled so far, coming off the disabled list. Leonard's ready. He deals to Lynn. Lynn swings, sends that ball left center field. Poquette on the run, What a running catch by Tom Poquette! Wow! Robbing Freddie Lynn of extra bases, 1 away. Butch Hobson steps to the plate. Hobson, third baseman, .226, 10 home runs, 32 ribbies. Porter goes through the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hobson. And Hobson strikes out on the 0-2 pitch. Looked bad lunging for that fastball. So 2 up, 2 down. Here comes the number 8 batter, the second baseman, Denny Doyle. Doyle batting .248 with 2 homers and 11 ribbies. Righty-lefty matchup for Leonard. Doyle digs in, looking to keep the inning alive. Leonard kicks and fires. Doyle swings, sends that ball to right field. Collins on the run towards the line. Shallow right, and he makes the... No! It goes foul off his glove. Just out of his reach. Count is now 0-2 on Doyle. Hit the reset button. Here comes the pitch, homeward bound. And Doyle strikes out. We go to the top of the third, 2-0 Red Sox. 2 up for the Kansas City Royals, a little general, Freddie Patek in the top of the order, George Brett and Hal McRae. Patek, excellent bunter, you got to respect that, 10 out of 10. He has struggled to say the least, 185. He does have 3 home runs and 11 ribbies. We will play our corners in Spatek to drop one down. Hobson in at third, Scott in at first. Paxton's ready to work. He pitches to Patek. And he strikes him out. Outside corner on the 0-2. Fisk painted the corner, framed it beautifully. One away, top of the order, George Brett. He is 0 for 1. Brett grounded to short in the first. Infield, outfield, normal and straight away. The windup and the pitch by Paxton. Brett swings, sends that ball to center field. Lynn continues to go back and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Hal McRae, he's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. Fisk wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to McRae. And that's going to be a shot into right field. Carbo fields it. And that's a 2-out single for McRae. Tying run at first. Scott holding McRae on. Here comes Amos Otis. He's 1 for 1. He singled to right center in the first inning. Paxton throws over. McRae gets back. Again, Paxton looks to first. Now picks up the sign from Fisk. He deals. Otis swings. Fly ball. Right at Carbo. And he makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Red Sox in this clash of first-place teams here at Fenway Park. Retro replay 1977, May 27, 59 degrees out. Clear skies, wind 14 miles per hour out to right center field. And here comes George the Boomer Scott, followed by the top of the order, the Rooster Rick Burleson and Bernie Carbo. Scott batting .231 with 10 homers and 32 RBIs. Leonard kicks and fires. The Boomer swings, ground ball to Mayberry, and he waves off. Leonard takes it to the bag for out number 1. Top of the order, Burleson steps to the plate, fly to right center in the first. He awaits the Dennis Leonard offering. Here comes the pitch. The Rooster swings, sends that ball out to Potet. Poquette steps back a bit, makes the catch in left, 2 down. Base is empty for Bernie Carbo. Carbo walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Bernie. And Carbo strikes out, side retired. Top of the fourth, 2-0 Red Sox, 2 up for the Royals. Cowens, Mayberry, and Porter to face Paxton, and Mike Paxton so far has gone 3 innings, giving up only 2 hits. He's walked 1, struck out 3. Cowens, 11-game hitting streak. Grounded to third in the first inning. We're going to try a little pitch around here, see if we can get him to reach. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to Cowens. And he doesn't chase on the inside pitch. Off walk. Scott holding Cowens on. Mayberry steps to the plate. Excellent base runner Cowens, 8 out of 10. Paxton throws over. Cowens is back. Doyle and Burleson would love to turn 2 up the middle. Mayberry 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. Paxton toes the rubber. Peers in at Fisk. The windup. The pitch. Mayberry swings, dribbler, Burleson going towards the bag, flips to Doyle, and on to Scott, double play, 6-4-3. Nice play by the Rooster, ranging towards the second base bag, quickly flipped to Denny Doyle, who turned and fired to Scott. So 2 down, base is empty, and here comes the Kansas City catcher, Darrell Porter. Porter walked in his first at-bat. He'll try to keep the inning alive against Mike Paxton. Fisk goes through the signs. Paxton's ready. He kicks and fires. Porter sends that ball to left field. Sinking line drive. Drops in front of Yastrzemski. So Porter goes the other way. Nice bit of hitting by the catcher. Keeps the inning alive. 2 down. Porter's at first. Scott holding him on. He'll be off on contact. And here's Cookie Rojas. He is 0 for 1. He flew out to shallow left center in the second inning. Paxton looks to Porter, now in at the plate, picks up the sign. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to Cookie Rojas. Ground ball up the middle. Paxton fields it, fires to Scott, side retired. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Red Sox here at Fenway. 2 up for Boston, Rice, Yastrzemski, and Fisk. Jim Rice 1 for 1 today. A triple knocking in Carbo, who had walked, and that gave the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. He would score on the Yastrzemski ground out, thus the 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Rice. Rice swings, and he is jammed. Pops it up. Mayberry at first is calling for it. And he makes the catch 1 away. Good pitch by Leonard, jamming Rice. And here comes Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski's 0 for 1. He had the ground out, but did score an RBI on that, recorded an RBI, as Rice scored from third. Yaz digs in. Here's the pitch. Yastrzemski lines the Poquette, who makes the shoestring catch, out number 2. So Yastrzemski tried to go the other way to left. But Poquette makes the shoestring catch. 2 down, base is empty. Carlton Fisk, Pudge, the catcher, grounded to short in the first inning. Porter wiggles the fingers. Dennis Leonard nods his head. The big windup and the pitch to Fisk. Fisk swings and lines out to Brett, side retired. Top of the fifth, 2-0 Boston in this pitcher's duel here at Fenway Park. 2 up for the first place Kansas City Royals in the American League West. Tom Poquette, Freddie Patek, and then George Brett. Poquette is 0 for 1. Grounded to third in the second. Paxton's ready to work. He deals to Poquette. Ground ball. Scott backhands it, waves off Paxton, takes it to the bag himself, 1 away. Scott just a beautiful fielder at first base. And here comes a little general, Freddie Patek. Patek struck out in the third. Looking for revenge against Paxton. Paxton will have like none of that. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to Patek. And it's a bunt. Paxton fields it and fires to Doyle on the wheel play for out number 2. Great job by Paxton. Actually, that was Fisk. Great job by Fisk. As we did not bring the corners in. I didn't think he'd bunt with 1 out, but he did. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here's George Brett. He is 0 for 2. Grounded to short and then fly to center. Paxton rubs up the baseball. Gets back up on the hill. Ball and glove. Kicks and fires to Brett. Brett grounds that ball past Doyle and Burleson up the middle for a 2-out single. Lynn fields it and throws it back in. So Brett keeps the inning alive. Scott holding him on. And here's Hal McRae, the designated hitter, is 1 for 2. He struck out in the first and singled in the third. Brett will be off on contact. Brett 7 out of 10 base running ability. Paxton throws over. Brett is back. Scott holding Brett on. Here's the pitch to McRae. And he walks McRae. Brett moves into scoring position at second. So 2 outs, 2 on. Tying run at first base. Go ahead run at the plate. And Amos Otis, who is 1 for 2. He singled in the first and flew out to right in the third. Fisk goes out to have a word with Paxton. Runners will be off on contact. 2-0 Boston. Top of the fifth, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Amos Otis. Fly ball. Yastrzemski going back at the track. At the wall, he reaches up and makes the catch. Side retired. Red Sox fans breathe a sigh of relief. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 2-0 Boston. In the chat, we have Tribes fan. He says, "Good evening, Al." Hello, Tribes fan. Hope all is well. How goes your 67 Mets replay? Thank you for joining us. 2 up for Boston. Lynn, Hobson, and Doyle. Freddie Lynn is 0 for 1. He flew to very deep left center field in the second. Here's the pitch to Lynn. And he strikes out. 1 away. So Leonard so far has gone 4 1/3. He's only given up 1 hit, and that was a triple to Rice to left field, which is an oddity in Fenway Park. Paquette had a little trouble with it. Rice was awarded a triple, and Carbo scored all the way from first after he walked. So Leonard, once again, 4 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. He'll now face Butch Hobson, who's 0 for 1. Hobson struck out in the second. Butch digs in. He awaits the Leonard offer, and here comes the pitch. Hobson swings, sends that ball to center field, and that just drops in front of Otis on the sinking line drive. So a 1-out single for Hobson. Mayberry to hold him on. Hobson, 6 out of 10 base running ability. And here's Denny Doyle. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. Doyle, excellent bunter. 7 out of 10. Excellent hit and run. 7 out of 10. We're going to play some hit and run here. Here's the pitch. There goes Hobson. Doyle swings and fouls it back to the screen. It counts no balls, 1 strike. Again, the hit and run. Here's the pitch. There goes Hobson. Doyle sends that ball up the middle. Hobson hits second base and will move on to third. So the hit and run executed to perfection by Denny Doyle and the Boston Red Sox. 1 out. Runners on the corners, and here comes the boomer, George C. Scott. The boomer is 0 for 1. Chance to put up another run on the board for the Red Sox. The boomer has 10 home runs and 32 ribbies. Mayberry holding Doyle on at first. Doyle, 6 out of 10 base running ability. Hobson, 6 out of 10 base running ability at third. Here's the pitch to the boomer. Fly ball. Paquette moving towards it. The left field line makes the catch. Hobson tags up and scores. 3-0 Red Sox. The boomer is credited with an RBI and a sacrifice fly. Doyle stayed at first, so 2 outs. Now Denny Doyle at second. Top of the order, the Rooster, Rick Burleson, 0 for 2. He has flown out to right center, and he has flown out to left. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. Will he crow? We shall see. It's a balk by Leonard. Doyle advances to second base. And now Burleson has a full count here. Chance for Burleson to pick up his 12th RBI. Doyle will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. Slow roller. It's going to be trouble. Mayberry backhands it. Fires to Leonard, covering the bag, and they get the Rooster by 2 steps. Side retire. Red Sox do tack on another one on the sacrifice fly by the boomer. It's now 3-0. We go to the top of the 6th. In the chat, we have Clinton Parks. How are you, my friend? He says 32-8, pretty good managing. Well, it's easy to manage the power company. The pitching staff's what's worrisome. But I've been able to mix and match. These are historical transactions. I believe the computer is using historical lineups. I am not. I'm mixing and matching. And Tribes fan asked about his 67 Mets replays. Haven't finished the next game after my Seaver Blast video. Oh, so you're still, okay, you're working on a game. Cool. And Clinton says hello to Tribes fan, and Tribes fan says hello to Clinton. I enjoyed the video of your recap of that, Tribes fan. I like that. Look forward to your next one. Alright, due up for the Royals, who now trail by 3 in the top of the 6. Collins, Mayberry, and Porter to face Paxton. Paxton's gone 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks. He's thrown 78 pitches, good for 115. Collins is riding an 11-game hit streak. He is 0 for 1. He has grounded to third and walked. Paxton deals to Collins. Ground ball up the middle. Doyle backhands it behind the second base bag. Fires to Scott, 1 away. And here's Big John Mayberry. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded to short into a double play. Back in the 4th. Fisk wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. Big John walks. Good job by Mayberry. He's on. Daryl Porter steps to the plate. Royals catcher 1 for 1. He has walked and singled. Single came back in the fourth. Red Sox want to turn 2 and get out of the inning. Scott holding Mayberry on. Here's the pitch to Porter. Fisk goes to the mound first. Now back behind the plate. Porter swings, sends that ball right center field. On the run is Carbo, and he makes the catch! Reaching out and making the catch is Bernie Carbo, and quickly retreating back to first base is Big John Mayberry. What a catch by Carbo. Look at the ground he covered. Watch the replay. Porter, thinking he has extra bases, to the triangle. There's Carbo. Man, what a catch by Bernie. So 2 outs. Mayberry at first, Scott holding him on. He'll be off on contact. Cookie Rojas, the Royals' second baseman, who is 0 for 2. He has flown to shallow center and grounded back to the pitcher. Paxton deals to Rojas. And he is called back for Pete Lecoq. Lecoq batting .321 with a home run and 11 ribbies in this retro replay. Left-handed pitcher. In 1977, Lecoq had a fairly good year in reality, .303. 3 homers and 29 RBIs and 218 at-bats. Against right-handed pitching, he batted .302, so Lecoq a dangerous hitter here. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch. Lecoq swings, grounds it to Burleson. Burleson fires to Scott. Side retired. The shutout is still intact. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Boston. And here's Bernie Carbo, the man who made that fabulous running catch to right center field, robbing the Royals of extra bases in Daryl Porter. So it will be Carbo, Rice, and Yastrzemski. In the chat, Clinton Parks, who has a wonderful channel, check that channel out. He's been doing his 1965 National Pastime 3 replay. Great games on there. I'm not going to give it away. Clinton, don't give it away in the chat. Go check it out. Wonderful game. Yankees and, oh God, I forgot the other team now. Anyway, put the game in the chat, but don't give the score away, Clinton. If you want, you can. But it was a wonderful game. Check it out. And also check out Tribesman. He's now posting his, we'll call them recaps of the game, and they're short. They're fun. They're precise, condensed, and it's fun to listen to him talk about the game. Hopefully, you do a game, even if you do a little bit at a time. I'd love to see that, Tribesman. As Tribesman said, the upload time for my minute 45 video was 15 minutes. Wow, yeah, it does take. That's why I like to live stream. So, all right, back to our ball game. And once again, thank you very much to Clinton Parks and Tribesman. The Angels, thank you. So, Clinton Parks has a marvelous game on his channel, National Pastime 3, between the Angels and the Yankees. Check it out, 1965 Retro Replay. And also check out Tribesman. Both very knowledgeable baseball fans. And here's Bernie Carbo. He is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. He scored a run in the first on the Jim Rice triple. Leonard, up to 77 pitches, he's good for 140. He deals to Carbo. And Carbo strikes out once again. So Carbo in a little funk here. 1 away, and here comes Jim Rice, 1 for 2. Rice tripled, knocking Carbo in the first, and popped out in the fourth. Rice digs in, ready to grip and rip. Porter wiggles the fingers. Leonard kicks and fires. Rice swings. That ball goes to center field and drops in front of Amos Otis. He's got his second hit. 1 out. 1 on for Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz 0 for 2, but does have an RBI. The ground out that scored Rice for the second run in the bottom of the first. Mayberry holding Rice on. Here's the pitch to Yaz. Yaz swings. Dribbler down the first base line. Mayberry fields it. Fires to Patek. Patek fires to Leonard, covering the first base bag. And that is a double play. Side retired. What a beautiful play. Mayberry to Patek, and then to Leonard, the pitcher covering first. If you're scoring at home, that goes 3 to 6 to 1. You don't see that every day. We go to the top of the 7th, 3-0 Boston. Paxton's up to 99 pitches, still extremely strong. Good for 115. He will face Tom Poquette, Freddie Patek, and George Brett. Poquette is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch by Paxton. And he strikes him out. Fisk throws to Scott at first as he dropped the ball to complete the strikeout. One away. And that is Paxton's 4th K. Here comes Freddie Podtek, the little general. He's 0 for 2. And this time we will play the corners in. Try to drop a bunt down last time. So Hobson in at third, Scott in at first. Paxton picks up the sign from Fisk. Fisk sets the target. Paxton deals to Podtek. Ground ball. Hobson comes charging in quickly. Fires to Scott. Out number 2. Wow, Hobson was all over that ball. Shades of Brooks Robinson. I won't say that often about Butch Hobson. So 2 down, bases empty, top of the order for George Brett. Brett is 1 for 3. Clinton Parks is nice double play, and after seeing that, I will get this game looking for another that showed the real play. Clinton, there's a sale on now, Clinton. If you're going to get the game, I picked up the new football game. There's a sale on. And I have a bunch of seasons, Clinton. I have a gazillion seasons that I can share with you. So my recommendation is to check to see if if you really want to buy it, see if the sale's on. If it's still on and you want to buy it, that's the best time to buy it. And check out the 3 options. Check out the 3. They give you 3 nice options. You know, so check that out. The cheapest option gives you the game and some great teams. The next option gives you the 2017 season and the great teams. And then the highest option gives you the 2017 season, the great teams, and like 6 other seasons. But Clinton, I am telling you right now, I have a gazillion seasons, if you understand my meaning. And if you have Skype, Beetle and I, we trade seasons, so you don't have to trade anything. Just I have a lot of seasons, Clinton. My recommendation is check it out if it's on sale. I would get the mid-level package. Hello, JD. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Alright, here's George Brett. Brett is 1 for 3. He has grounded out in the first, flew out to center in the third, then singled up the middle in the 5th. Can Paxton get a 1-2-3 inning here? He deals to Brett. Ground ball. Doyle on the outfield grass fields it. Fires to Scott side. Retired. 1-2-3 go the Royals. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Boston. This clash of first place teams. Kansas City leading the West in the American League, and the Boston Red Sox leading the East in the American League. 2 up for Boston. Fisk, Lynn, and Hobson to face Dennis Leonard. He's thrown 87 pitches, good for 140. Fisk is 0 for 2. Leonard kicks and fires. Pudge swings, slow roller. Podtek comes charging in from short. Fires to Mayberry. Bang, bang, play! And safe! Pudge beats it out. JD says, doing good, Al. Been a while since I caught you live. I've been off for a while. My mom passed away, so. But it's good to see you, JD. I've been watching stuff, because my mom's been sick for a long time. Was sick. I've been taking care of her for almost 6 years. So, I was watching a lot of YouTube stuff, just not doing anything. And I felt like doing some stuff today. So I'm off till next Monday. Getting the house a little clean. Anyhow. Alright. Fisk's on at first. He beats out the infield hit. Mayberry holding him on. Fisk. 5 out of 10 speed. And here comes Freddie Lynn, who's 0 for 2. Lynn is a 5 out of 10 hit and run. We're going to play a little risky here. We're going to play hit and run. I love to play hit and run. Fisk will be off on. There goes Lynn. Lynn swings. Drive. Right field. Collins on the run. Foul. Just out of his reach. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. We take the hit and run off. Fisk back at first. Lynn in the hole. 1-2. Leonard gets the sign. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Freddie Lynn. Ground ball to White, who's now in at second, and White boots the ball, and Fisk will be at second. And Lynn is at first, so Frank White, who's a solid fielder, comes in for Cookie Rojas, commits the error. So there's 2 on, no outs. And Tribes fan said, alright guys, gotta be at work early. Take care everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Clinton and JD say sorry to hear about my loss. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. We have a really nice community. I know people who don't YouTube don't understand, but when I was, I'm not going to get into it again like I did the other day, but when, you know, it's 2 in the morning or something, and I'm sitting in here with my mom, make sure she's alright, and waiting for her to wake up, because I know she's got to go to the bathroom one more time, I got to help her. Being able to listen to the videos, whether it's a ball game, or someone talking about a review of a movie, or listening to an audio book such as JD has up, or anything, it was nice to hear that friendly voice. So, alright, here's Hobson. He's 1 for 2. He struck out and singled. Hobson with a chance to pick up his 33rd RBI. Fisk's in scoring position. Red Sox going to put this game out of reach. They lead 3-0. 2 on, no outs. Here's the pitch to Hobson. Hobson swings. That ball's going to get through the left side. Fisk hits third base. Patek fields it. 58% chance of him scoring. We're going to say no. We'll go with bases loaded, no outs. Patek has a horrible freaking arm, though. But the ball's shallow enough that it's only 58%. We're going to go with bases loaded, no outs. Fisk is held at third. And here's Denny Doyle. Doyle is 1 for 2. They have Dennis Leonard on the ropes. As the organist plays charge. Bases loaded, no outs. Here's the pitch to Doyle. Porter has a quick word with Leonard. Back behind the plate. Doyle swings, grounds it to White. White fires to Mayberry. It's his only play. Fisk scores from third, and it's 4-0. Advancing to second is Hobson. Advancing to third is Lynn. The error comes back to Hunt, White, and the Royals. 4-0. 1 out, 2 on for the Boomer, George C. Scott. He has grounded to first, and then had a sacrifice fly in the 5th, scoring Hobson, so he does have an RBI today. Here's the pitch to the Boomer. Scott sends that ball deep center field. Otis back at the track. He makes the catch. Lynn should tag up and score quite easily, and he does. Hobson goes to third, and it's now 5-0 Red Sox. The Boomer picks up his 2nd sacrifice fly and 2nd RBI. That's what you call productive outs, folks. So 2 outs, Hobson's at third, and here comes the Rooster, Rick Burleson. He has not crowed yet. He is 0 for 3. Leonard is now up to 104 pitches on the ropes. Can the Rooster knock him out? We shall see. Porter wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Burleson. Burleson singles to right. Hobson scores 6-0 Red Sox. This could be it for Leonard. That could be the KO blow. Leonard's still out there, though. And here comes Bernie Carbo. He'd like to join the choo-choo hit parade. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Burleson at first. Mayberry holding him on. Here's the pitch to Carbo. Carbo swings and he goes the other way. He gets his single. Burleson goes first to third. And the hit parade continues here in the bottom of the 7th. As Leonard is reeling. Bullpen action up for the Royals. Here's Jim Rice. He's 2 for 3. Rice has tripled, knocking in Carbo in the 1st, and popped out and singled. Burleson at third, Carbo at first, Rice at the plate. Porter sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Rice. And Rice strikes outside, retired. But the Red Sox score 3 times and now have a 6-0 lead going into the top of the 8th against the Kansas City Royals. Again, this is a clash of first-place teams in this retro replay. Kansas City in first in the American League West. The Red Sox in first in the American League East. 2 up to face Paxton, McRae, Otis, and Collins. McRae up to 112 pitches. Paxton's up to 112 pitches, excuse me. He's good for 115. McRae's 1 for 2 off of him. Paxton has gone 7 innings so far, 4 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks. Let's look at my bullpen, which is not stellar. Stanley's good. okay. Lefties kill him. Righties win. Campbell's my ace out of the bullpen. We pitched Burton and House against crappy teams when we're way ahead. And Burton almost blew the game. A game I played offline. Thank God I was up. I was up 10-2. I ended up winning the game 10-8 in the ninth. I'd actually bring in Bill Campbell at the end. You know what? We're gonna give Paxton. We'll try another inning here. So McCray's 1 for 2. He has struck out, singled, and walked. McCray awaits the Paxton offering. Here comes the pitch, homeward bound. And he strikes him out. That's strikeout number 5 for Paxton. He's now in the red, 117. Amos Otis is 1 for 3. Otis singled back in the first. Since then, he has flown to right and flown deep to left. Paxton gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Amos Otis. And he strikes him out! 2 up, 2 down via the strikeout. Red Sox throw that ball around the infield, get it back to Paxton. Looking to get one more out to get through 8 innings and then turn this game over to the bullpen. He's up to 120 pitches. He is in the red, but he is feeling it. Dave Collins, who is 0 for 2. His 11-game hit streak is on the line here. He has grounded to third, walked, and grounded to second. Can he keep his hit streak alive? The Red Sox hope not. Here's the pitch. Did I say Dave Collins? He was a basketball player. Al Collins. And that ball goes deep to center. Freddie Lynn going back, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch. What a play by Lynn. Side retired. Paxton tips his cap to Freddie Lynn as the Red Sox go jogging off the field back to the bench. Go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-0 Boston. 2 up for the Red Sox. Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Lynn. Yaz is 0 for 3, but does have an RBI on a groundout. Leonard's still in the game, incredibly. Down 6-0. He's only thrown 115 pitches. He is good for 140. Here's the pitch to Yaz. And Yaz flies deep to right. Collins on the run and makes the leaping catch. Nice play by Al Collins. 1 down. Fisk steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He has grounded to short, lined to third. In his last at-bat, had an infield single in the 7th. Here's the pitch to Pudge. Pudge sends that ball to left field. Tom Poquette on the run at the track, makes the catch. So the Red Sox have challenged both corner outfielders and have come back empty with 2 outs. Bases are empty, and here's Freddie Lynn, who is 0 for 3. Leonard gets the sign from Porter. Porter sets the target. He sets and deals. And strikes out Lynn. We go to the top of the 9th. 6-0 Red Sox. Paxton says he's okay. He'll face Mayberry, Porter, and White. Lefty. Let's see if I can use one of my stinky pitchers. We can bring Jim Burton in. Let him pitch to the lefty. We got lefty, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's see stinky Jim Burton. He was tough on lefties in his brief. He only pitched 2 innings that year. He had to have gotten hurt. But I'm going to keep using him until the computer says he's hurt. Because the computer will eventually not let me use him. Because I'm using real transactions. But I can still use him, so I'm going to use him. So Burton will come in. Paxton... his day is done, and let's just give you Paxton's final numbers here. 8 innings, 4 hits, no runs. He walked 4, struck out 6. Excellent job by Paxton. Leonard so far, 8 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs. Only 3 of them earned. That White error was a killer. Walked 1, struck out 7. And here's Burton. Burton in the retro replay has pitched 2 innings and has an ERA of 9, no record. In actuality, pitched 2.2 innings with no ERA, struck out 3, walked 1, no record. Mayberry 0 for 2. Here's the pitch by Burton. And they come with Zeb. Joe Zeb will pinch hit. I knew that. Well, now it's going to be an adventure, folks. Because Burton is not so good against Ratings. Zeb .385, no home runs, 3 RBIs, and 26 at-bats. In actuality, good year. .297 with 2 homers and 23 RBIs, 195 at-bats. Here's the pitch to Zeb. And promptly singles to right center field. And Porter, I don't think they're going to pinch hit for Porter. So Zeb, we're not going to hold Zeb on. Scott will play behind him. Give Scott better range. Porter's 1 for 2. He has walked, singled, and his last at-bat flew deep to right center. Burton gets the sign from Fisk. Here's the pitch to Porter. Line shot. Rick Burleson makes the leaping catch. 1 away. And that will be it for Burton. He got 1 out of 2 batters out, though. They did go to the righty. And Burton's day is done. And now let's go to the miserable Tom. Oh, God, he's awful. I don't want to use Tom House. Tom Murphy's awful. My God, I have to use Bob Stanley in a 6-0 game. I'm going to go to, we have righty, lefty, righty. Bob Stanley will come in to get these last 2 outs. Frank White came in for defensive purposes and promptly made an error, costing the Royals 3 runs. So, Red Sox looking for the game-ending double play. Stanley looking to induce the double play ball. White is batting .269, 2 home runs, 13 ribbies. Here's the pitch from Stanley. And they go to John Wathan. So White won't even get a chance to hit. They go to their backup catcher, John Wathan, who's batting .333 with a ribby. And .291 actually off righties in 77. Great year Wathan had in 77. .328. 2 homers, 21 RBIs, and 119 at-bats. Very nice for a backup role player. Here's the pitch from Stanley. Wathan swings, ground ball to Scott. Scott juggles it, but is able to go to the first base bag. Please tell me he's an out. And they get the second out. Woo! So Scott dropped the ball. I think he lifted his eyes a little quickly, looking to turn 2, recovered, and went to first to get the sure out. So 2 outs, Zeb is at second. His run means nothing. And here's Tom Poquette. He is 0 for 3. Stanley picks up the sign from Fisk, the windup, and the pitch to Poquette. Ground ball, Burleson deep from the hole, fires to Scott. Ball game over. The Red Sox shut out the Royals in a clash of first-place teams, 6-0. As this could be a foreshadowing of the American League pennant in this retro replay. What a ball game pitched by Mike Paxton. Let's go to the box score. And we shall call it a stream. But as always, before we do that, let's go to the pitching. I'd like to say thank you to JD in the chat. Check out his wonderful channel. JD, big Game of Thrones fan and an author. He has an audio book, The Politician Murders. It's very good. I think the new chapter is going to be coming out soon. I believe that's chapter 7. So you need to go to JD's channel and get through chapters 1 through 6. It's an audio book. It's fun to listen to. I love it. I've been in politics, folks. Believe it or not, it's true. And also check out Tribes Fan baseball channel. He does he's doing his 67 Mets replay using card and dice Stratomatic, and he gives you game recaps. He just started doing that, and it's very fun. They're quick videos. I'm hoping he does a game. I'd like him to do a game, but that's up to him. That's up to everyone. Check out Clinton Parks, another wonderful baseball channel. He's doing a National Pastime 3. So, Clinton Parks says, trust me, Al, Burton was a September call-up. Yeah, but he was eligible early on. This game, I'm using historical transactions. They're really good with it. So, I can look later. But I try to use my poor pitchers when I can, because you got to let them chew up some innings. You can't keep using your good pitchers, because then they get tired, and then there'll be a day where you've overused them, and you can't use them. So check out Clinton Parks, check out JD, Tribes Fan, and I believe that's everyone we had in the chat. And if you watched later, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to spend some time with me doing our little retro replay sports. All right, Leonard takes the loss. He's now 4-5. He went 8 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs. 3 of them were earned, 3 of them unearned due to the Frank White error. Walked 1, struck out 7. Paxton gets the win. He's 1-0. He went 8 innings, only 4 hits, no runs, walked 4, struck out 6. Burton went a third of an inning, and it was scary. And Stanley picked up the final 2 outs of the 9th in the Red Sox victory. Let's go to batting. Kansas City had 5 hits. They didn't score any runs, so we'll just give you the hits. Brett was 1 for 4. McCray was 1 for 3. Otis was 1 for 4. And Zeb, the pinch hitter, was 1 for 1. And Porter was 1 for 3. Everyone else, an 0 for. McCray struck out twice. Otis struck out once. Mayberry struck out once. Poquette and Patek struck out once apiece. Those are the 6 Ks. So the Royals had 31 at-bats, no runs, only those 5 hits, no ribbies. They walked 4 times, struck out 6 times. And their record now falls as they fell to defeat to 27-14. The Red Sox, with the victory, improved to 33-8. Burleson was 1 for 4 with a ribby. Carbo 1 for 3 with a run scored. He walked once, struck out twice. He's batting .363. Burleson .317. Rice was 2 for 4 with a ribby and a run scored and a strikeout. He tripled. He's batting .323. Yastrzemski was 0 for 4 with a ribby, though, and he's batting .347. Fisk was 1 for 4 with a run scored. He's batting .304. Freddie Lynn continues to struggle. He is 0 for 4 with a run scored. He struck out twice. He's at .212. Hobson was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. He struck out once. He's at .235. Denny Doyle, batting .250, was 1 for 3 with a ribby and a strikeout. And George the Boomer Scott was 0 for 1, but he knocked in 2 runs on sacrifice flies. He's batting .230. Red Sox had 30 at-bats, 6 runs, 8 hits, 6 RBIs, 1 walk, 7 Ks. They had a triple. Player of the game, I would believe, is Paxton. Yes, Mike Paxton. Game-winning RBI. Came way back in the first when Rice tripled in Carbo after he walked. Each team turned 1 double play. Kansas City left 8 runners on base, and that's credit by Paxton. Did a wonderful job pitching out of the few jams he was in. Boston only left 3. The recap. Boston scored 2 runs in the first. Carbo walked. Rice tripled. And then Rice scored on the Yastrzemski groundout. 2-0 Boston. Boston will be back on the board in the 5th. They scored 1 run on 2 hits. Scott hit a sacrifice fly. 3-0 Boston. Then in the 7th, the Red Sox put the game out of reach. They sent 8 batters to plate, scoring 3 runs. They were aided by an error and 4 hits. The error was on Frank White. Denny Doyle hit a ground ball, scoring a run, 4-0. Then George Scott sac fly, 5-0. And Rick Burleson singled in Hobson, made it 6-0. That's how the ball game ended. Rice was 2 for 4 with a triple and a ribby. Paxton got the win. Leonard the loss. Once again, the Kansas City record falls to 27-14. The Boston Red Sox, a 77 power company juggernaut, improved to 33-8. So, Al Red Sox fans saying thank you very much for watching. Hope all is well with everyone. Health and happiness. And as always, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And peace!